This is Margin Machine, where we follow the money behind AI. Solo attorneys in the United States are paying, on average, over $300 a month just to search for case law. Not to argue cases. Not to write briefs. To search. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how AI tools have replicated roughly 80% of that capability for $20 a month, and why the obvious explanation, that big legal tech is just slow, is completely wrong. There's something much more deliberate happening here. Welcome back to another price war. This is the series where we put an expensive incumbent next to the AI eating its lunch, with the exact price math, no hand-waving. If you saw our video on Adobe charging $600 a year while an AI does it for $15, you already know where this is going. Same playbook. Different casualty. Today the incumbents are Westlaw and LexisNexis, the two platforms that have owned legal research for decades. Combined, they reportedly generate somewhere north of $3 billion a year. And for most of that time, lawyers had zero alternatives. You paid, or you lost cases. That monopoly is cracking. And the crack started at the price tag. Let's talk about what Westlaw actually costs. Thomson Reuters, which owns Westlaw, does not publish standard pricing publicly, which is already a tell. But attorneys and legal forums report solo practitioner plans running anywhere from $250 to $400 per month. LexisNexis is in the same range. Call it $312 a month as a working average, that's $3,700 a year. Per lawyer. For access to a search engine. A very good search engine, yes. One with decades of case law, citation tracking, a tool called KeyCite that tells you if a precedent has been overturned. That last part matters enormously. A lawyer who cites a dead precedent in court is not having a good day. So the incumbents built their moat around reliability and completeness, and they priced it like a moat. But then something happened that they did not fully anticipate. The challengers arrived quietly. Tools like CaseText, which launched CoCounsel, its AI legal research assistant, were charging around $100 a month before Thomson Reuters bought them. Then there's Harvey AI, backed by OpenAI, reportedly used by Allen & Overy, one of the largest law firms on earth. And at the more accessible end, tools like Paxton AI, Spellbook, and even targeted GPT workflows built on top of Claude or GPT for handling basic case law queries for $20 a month or less. Here is the exact math. Westlaw Solo Plan, around $312 monthly. A combined stack of an AI research assistant plus a direct API subscription to handle overflow, closer to $20 to $40 monthly. That is a $270 a month gap. Nearly $3,200 a year, per attorney, sitting on the table. And here's the part nobody mentions, the AI doesn't take lunch breaks, doesn't bill by the hour, and doesn't charge extra when your deadline moves to midnight. Now, this is where everyone gets it wrong. People assume switching to AI legal research is all upside. It is not. There are real gaps, and you need to understand them before you make the math work. The biggest one is citation verification. Westlaw's KeyCite and LexisNexis's Shepherd citations are genuinely battle-tested systems. They tell you, in real time, whether a case you're about to cite has been reversed, overruled, or questioned by a later court. AI tools hallucinate. It is a documented, ongoing problem. Harvey and CaseText's CoCounsel have invested heavily in grounding their outputs in verified legal databases, but standalone GPT workflows. You are taking on risk. For a solo attorney handling routine contract disputes or immigration paperwork, that risk may be manageable. For a litigator preparing appellate briefs, it is not a coin flip you want to take. So the honest answer is, the AI stack. Saves you money and time on research volume. Westlaw saves you on verification precision. The firms winning right now are using both, strategically. And that changes who the real winner of this trade actually is. Here's the number that reframes the whole story. Thomson Reuters acquired CaseText, the AI legal research startup, for $650 million in 2023. Let that land. The biggest incumbent in legal research just bought one of the most credible AI challengers. That is not a company that missed the threat. That is a company that absorbed it. So when a solo attorney switches from Westlaw to a cheaper AI tool, Thomson Reuters may still be collecting, through licensing deals, through the underlying models, through enterprise contracts with big law that subsidize the whole ecosystem. Would you have taken that deal, paying $650 million to neutralize your own disruption? Tell me in the comments. Meanwhile, LexisNexis parent RELX has been building its own AI layer, called Lexis Plus AI. The incumbents are not dying. They are repricing. The question is whether the savings ever fully reach the solo attorney at the bottom of the market, or whether they just get repackaged into a new tier at $200 a month. So what does the actual switch look like for a real attorney trying to cut costs? Here is a workflow that is reportedly being used by solo practitioners and small firms right now. Step 1. Use a grounded AI tool, CoCounsel or Paxton AI, for initial case law discovery and memo drafting. Budget around $50 to $80 a month. Step 2. Maintain a limited Westlaw or LexisNexis subscription, often a paper search plan, for citation verification only. Cost, around $40 to $60 per month in targeted usage. Total monthly spend, roughly $100 to $140. Compare that to $312 for a full Westlaw subscription. The saving is around $200 a month, $2,400 a year, per attorney. For a 5-person firm, that is $12,000 annually, redirected to marketing, staff, or just margin. The tools exist today. The workflow is proven. And the price gap is only going to widen as the AI models improve. We follow the money here every week. Subscribe so you don't miss the next trail. Here is what this episode didn't answer. Thomson Reuters now owns both the incumbent platform and one of the most powerful AI challengers in the space. Which means they control pricing from both sides of the market simultaneously. What happens when a single company owns the old tool and the new tool? And what does that mean for every other software category where the same play is being run right now? If you want to know which AI acquisition is quietly pulling that exact same move in a completely different industry, click the video on your screen right now.